Right, hello, here we are. Nature Base Race April. I've been looking forward to this, and I've dressed for the part as you probably won't recognise who I'm dressed as because I am the young Charles Darwin. Not the old picture of him that you normally see with a long white beard and white hair everywhere, but as he was when he was just a very young man, only about 21, 22, and he went off on the voyage of the Beagle and made all those discoveries and explored around the world. So I thought that's who I'd be. Well, I'm not going to be, I'm just going to dress like him as a tribute. And let's enjoy the nature in this new base race. Right, so look at these. Oh, and I'm using a slightly new texture pack as well. It's still Lithos Core, but I've got the springtime download, which makes all the greens slightly more green and everything looks a bit prettier. We'll have to see whether it drives me crazy and I switch back to the ordinary one, but for the moment let's get on with making some choices. And right, now as usual, I've already thought about which ones of these to pick so that I can make my lists up, and I said I would go with the sandstone and the bone blocks. Okay, let's pop that away somewhere. But I haven't thought about these yet. Right, well, I mean, I have thought about them, but I've not come to any decisions. You know what's handy? My friend Trinket the Bear. All these friendly, huggable creepers and having speedy pigs around. I'm so intrigued at having huggable creepers that I'm going to go for that, I think. It's probably an April Fool's. Go ahead, hug them all. Okay. I will not be terrified to go and hug a creeper. I'm going to have to go and do one very early on, just to prove to myself that creepers don't actually kill me. I bet they will kill me. It's going to be a fool. It is. You know what's a pain in the neck? I've actually got a bit of a headache today, a bit of a pain in the neck. But let's try and not let that stop me from getting started on this base race. The overgrowth. Okay, I'm imagining things grow a lot. The swarms of bats, it could have been chosen for me. I know how irritating it can be if you have lots of my flappy brethren flying in between your pick and the rock that you're trying to mine. Or if you've got a skelly and you're trying to fight a skelly and yeah, the bats get in the way in between. I suppose that could be helpful. They could just fly completely in the way, couldn't they? Well, and this annoying smelly mule. Brilliant. Oh, I don't know which to choose. I think I'm going to choose the bats just because it ought to be for me. They have short lifespans, but be careful they don't grab on. No. What, vampire bats? That's pretty worrying. Okay, let's go through here.
Welcome to Base Race.
Thanks, Ed. Right. And apparently it goes along with this patron reward of Eggy. So I'm going to be getting that. Now, open the book. Paste the paste. Done the done.
Hello, I'm Eggy. Well,
Oh my
people call
goodness
me Eggy
me.
because I'm an egg. Well, no, I'm inside an egg, but let's try again. Hi, you can call me Eggy.
What? Hello. Hello, Eggy. What? Okay, what are you going to be doing for me, Eggy? Oh, it's always just hovering there. I can't do anything with you, can I? Can I? Okay, I've got nothing in my inventory. Alright, I've got an egg flying around with me. And let's start the base race. Well, I know where I am. Oh, that really is distracting my eye. This is my gigantic bottle of Count Battinger's vintage champagne that I remember building only a little while ago. It feels like to me. Right, this is where we're going to come back to. This is where we drop things off, and those are what we're after. Now, I made a few notes, and apart from the fact that I've got to dig up the world supply of clay balls, I said get the sugar cane early. We need a lot of sugar cane, unless of course we're lucky enough to find books for bookshelves. We've got to make the books, and that's going to require 48, was it? Something like that. Sugar cane, 48 sugar cane to make all the paper for the books. Got to kill a lot of cows as well. So we shall see. I'm going to have a quick look out the window before I get going. Whoa, we are indeed in the extreme hills, aren't we? Over here. Oh, I don't want to. Ooh. Really icy extreme hills and things out there. So I will get going. Now I know that down here we've got the nature area, greenery, greenness. Ed said he had to put a couple of extra torches around in here because there was the occasional mob spawning, and we don't really want that. I was worried about that when I first built it. Okay, at the door, we're ready to depart, and away we go. Right. Bats. There's my bats. Don't let them cling on, he said. We're so high up. Go away, bats. I need to go get wood from trees. So, let's go and grab these. Right. It does look a little difference in texture and colour, the grass around in this texture pack. And I think it looks quite pretty. The only reservations I've got about this are that when you get into any long grasses, it seems to be very, very thick long grasses. So we'll have to see how well that works out. Right, we know the drill. We get the early pick. We're such a long way up here. How are we going to... Is there a nice easy way to find a way down that I'm missing? Because otherwise it's going to be an enormous journey to get back up to base every time, isn't it? Right, let's get a little piece of this and get started. Right, I think that's just want to get the first pick, and then everything else goes a lot quicker, doesn't it? Actually, I've got an item list that I really... No, don't throw it where you're going to pick it up straight away. I'm really wondering what Eggy's doing. Eggy's simply hovering there with me the whole time. He hasn't said anything yet, apart from when he announced
Have you
himself.
looked at the base from the outside? It's a giant champagne bottle. Isn't that cool?
Thank you. Yes, I built it. I'm glad you like it though. Oh, there's a bit of coal as well. Right. So, well, I wonder how many things you're going to say. Do you talk to me when I don't move too far or something like that? I don't know. I wonder what... Right, I mustn't forget what I've chosen. The bats are a worry. And creepers are not to be feared, apparently. That's the way I understand it anyway. Yeah, I must get rid of that item list. A sword. These days I tend to be making swords. When the new combat system first came out, I was very much... Oh, what did I do there? I only want a couple of those, really. Yes, it was always very much that I would... Oh, sorry, I'm being so distracted. I would always use an axe as my main weapon. But these days I've tended to go for... Oh, what's that down there? Piggies. Right, food. Food is a... Yes, I have seen the base from the outside. There it is. Right, okay. Now, is there a good way down that I can use most of the time? Or are they all death drops? This looks like a horrendous death drop most of the way down, doesn't it? Can I jump in that water? Yes, of course I can. But how do I get back up there? It's just insane. Oh. Oh no! What? Ouch! Was that the bat that did that? He grabbed on and took me for a flight and hurt me. Oh, there's several bats. Food. Ooh. No, not again. Ow. No, not again. Again. Oh, I'm going to get killed by this. Get over water. Okay. Now let's have a quick look around. Right. Oh, bats, please. Leave me in peace. They're short-lived. That's what we hear. Now, chopping logs. Acacia, dark oak, logs, 7 logs and some jungle logs. Yeah, I've got to find all kinds of different biomes, haven't I? Right. Are the bats away just for the moment? Right, what I need to do, let's just cook up a bit of food while I'm out here. Let's oh, the sun's getting ready to set, isn't it? Notice the way the grasses even round here are a bit lusher and greener and thicker, aren't they? They're gonna make visibility very poor. Have I got to pick up some gravel? I have gravel, sand. Yeah, lots of sand as well. Let's make a start. I'm very worried that the base is so high up and it might be difficult for me to get back to. But I should have a little bit of food. I've got some coal.
Having the base on a mountain makes it easy to see, but it must be difficult to get up to.
Yes,
Lucky
you're
I
right.
can fly, really. Whee!
Yeah, well, I can fly. Okay. Makes you want to be able to fly, doesn't it? Okay, so it's nearly sunset. Bit more coal in here. Let's grab that. Okay. Well, I might go deep mining. I usually find that I do go down deep. That's my game. I mean, I shouldn't try to play a different game from my familiar. So, right, we're at normal sea level here. Let's hop into here and descend. And I want some caves, I want a bit of iron. We really don't need much iron apart from personal use. We need enough for a bucket, but it's really for armour and that kind of thing. That's all I'm after iron for on this journey. We do need the diamonds because we have to make an enchanting table. But then, once I'm feeling strong and protected, I think what I'm going to be doing is going all the way onto the surface, spending more time on the surface, and there's a bit of iron. I found some. Yeah. Hi Aggie. Got any more comments for me yet? This is a nice big rich seam of iron that I've suddenly walked into. Okay, so oh, Eggy got in my way. Oops, and my pick broke. This iron seems to just go on and on. Wonderful. Okay, let's make a few more torches. We've got plenty of coal. That's a good thing. Let's pop down these to do our cooking with. Let's just get this done. Okay, I got 42 of my sand while I was out there. I ought to... Oh, logs. Are there any logs that I have to keep as logs? I can't remember. Okay, let's assume for the moment that we don't, and that this is just wood for my personal use. Okay, look, let's... while we've stopped for a moment, let's make up another couple of picks because they're going to run out. I normally try to burn my that thing. Right, let me carry on digging down a little bit, listening for caves. Now I think 16 iron that I found there is a really good start, just all in one clump. I'm in Extreme Hills. You really shouldn't, should you? There's more iron. Yeah. So it's nature, this one. Now I wonder... It is quite a natural selection of things that we've got to collect. A lot of it is on the surface. As Ed was saying in his episode 0, a lot of it is surface stuff that we can just go for. Let's collect this gravel. So we do need how much gravel? 66. 56, just to make it more than a stack. I'm always nervous standing on gravel and digging.
So you're trying to collect all those things in that list? Wow, that sounds like a real challenge. Looks like you've got lots of travelling to do.
I have got lots of travelling to do, except this first night is actually going to be one where I'm digging in. I'm kind of sad about doing that, but it is what I always do. Even if I just go and start a game of Minecraft, just nothing to do with a challenge, just for relaxation, I will always go and dig in after the first night. no, digging during the first night, and try to come back to the surface the next day. Right, have I? Yeah, I've just gone over the... where's it? Where they gone? 3, 5. Yeah, so I've got all the gravel I need now. We're collecting lots of coal. 45 coal, yeah. So I mean, basically, it's another one of these base races where you don't pass up any coal because you always need a load of coal for cooking everything up, and we're in this particular one, like a recent ones. It sounds like the King speak, like a recent ones. Like in recent ones, we have coal blocks to put in there as part of the build, part of the collection. Okay. What am I doing? I'm walking back this way apparently. I can't remember why. That's where my iron is. Got another 6 iron. Might as well pop that into cook. Now, what do you do? What do you do with your first piece of iron? You make a shield. That's what I do anyway. And then the next thing is I'll make a bucket, and the next one I'll make an iron pick, and then let's do one of those. Let's get my armour underway and hide my Charles Darwin's waistcoat and coat and everything like that under iron armour. Right, now I can never quite remember if it's most efficient to... God, look at all the flint I managed to get. Is it best to do just a pair of leggings? No, it probably isn't, is it? Well, let me do that, and I'll reserve some iron. There we go. So I'm a bit protected. So let's carry on our way. I'm going to pick up that rotten old pick that I don't want. Go away. Right, down again. I want to try to get deep, so notice my shovel's nearly gone, hasn't it? See, I was saying about how I like to, well, I just habitually always go down and do my mining on the first night. I've got to try to tell myself that when I come back to the surface, it's a good safe thing for me to do. I have to try and learn to live on the surface, and it's a worry because I'm always very nervous of mobs and keep hiding and boxing myself in and things, and it's difficult to change your ways. I know that things are probably not as bad this month. The bats are going to be a bit of a hindrance, aren't they? I think if they're going to be picking me up and carrying me around, then that's obviously going to be...
I've got that feeling like I'm being watched. Like we're both being watched.
Hey.
By people at computers.
Oh, all right.
I think it's cool. Thanks for watching, people at computers.
I wondered where Eggy had gone, because he doesn't seem to be in my line of sight anymore unless I look over there. Yeah. Yeah. It always takes me a while to get the measure of what's going on with base race options. You know, the choices we've made. How have I not run into a cave? But I always really... I want to work out what they're all about. It just feels like, you know, I don't want to prove myself to be a dummy who can't work it out. Right, come on. We've gone all the way down to diamond level and not bumped into any caves at all on the way down. And it's silent down here as well, isn't it? It's hardly... Yeah, I can't hear a thing. Come on, there ought to be a sound of something. I can hear the cars going up and down the street outside more than I can hear anything in here. Oh, more iron. Isn't it ironic? It's the first base race for a while where we haven't needed a large quantity of iron, and I'm finding loads of it. Right, how much more have I got? I've got another 9 now, so yep, so I'm going to be up to 12. I really need to go back to pick up things from the server. Oh, you know, life has a way. It's just amazing. I threw away the pick, didn't I? That would have burned and would have got rid of that perfectly. Okay, well, I think while I'm down here listening for caves, that's going to be the place where I ought to stop for this base race. There we go. Ugh. Quiet and snug in here, isn't it? Hello, Eggy. Right, thank you very much for watching my first episode. Please come back next time. Let's get back out and see the nature in the fresh air on the surface next time. Bye-bye.